So 2019 is a little different for me. Change of brand, so Kawasaki, which is I rode KX60 when I think my first race was on a KX60, so I rode Kawasaki all the way through until 2006 when I moved to the US. And to be back on the brand, back on the bike, like the first day on the bike, it was almost like I was back home, like just riding back when I was a kid. So it was a relief to come back and have the bike feel so natural to get on it and ride. And it's getting close to race time now, so it's hard to tell speed-wise how fast I'm going or whatever, but I feel good, so I guess we'll find out here soon.
'18 was a long year running all three series. I was pretty whooped at the end of the year, and I took I think a well-deserved month off and kind of recharged the batteries and stuff. But I guess mid-December or so, I started working with a new trainer, and he's helped me a lot with being more structured with my riding and my workouts. And I've always kind of been a fly by the seat of my pants training guy in the years past. I just get up and do whatever I can until I'm exhausted, and then I go to bed and do it again the next day. So I think it's a lot smarter way of training. I think, well, we'll find out if it helps me this year, I guess, in a couple days.
Our 2018 points battle came down to the very last day of racing, where we saw Josh Strain crowned our fourth different champion in 4 years of racing. Today at round number 1, we're joined by two other former champions in Kailub Russell and Thad Duvall, which puts the question on everyone's mind. Will our list of champions grow to 5, or will we see our first ever two-time Kenda Full Gas Sprint Enduro Series champion? Russell looking like he never missed a beat as he wraps up the day 1 victory, collecting 5 out of the 6 test wins on the way. Josh Toth looks to make a splash in the Premier class as he rides his way to a second place finish on day number 1 in just his second race ever on the bigger bike. A cold, windy morning starts off day number 2, and although these riders have seen 6 tests of racing action, there is no doubt that this track is going to be completely different today with the way this sandy soil has broken down, throwing a curveball into the battles for the overall podium positions. Our defending series champion digs himself a hole in this South Carolina sand on day number 1, but comes back swinging day 2, collecting half of the test wins, boosting him up to second place overall on the weekend. Evan Smith looks to be unstoppable as he moves into that Pro 2 class, going 12 for 12, a perfect weekend, winning every test and taking the first Pro 2 victory of 2019.
Yeah, today was good. I mean, riding the track yesterday, it was, I mean, it's already rough being sandy, and this place has a weird soil. It's, some of it's sand, but then it'll go into like a hard packed dirt or something like that. So some of the sections were a little sketchy and tricky, and I think you just had to, today I was able to get on the edges and square some stuff up that when I walked it yesterday and this morning, I found some lines where I could square stuff up and ride the edges of the bumps, and I think that was, I didn't necessarily feel faster today, but I think staying out of the bumps and staying smooth, I think it helped today.
It was a good weekend overall. I had a really good Saturday, and then coming into Sunday, I had a pretty healthy lead in Pro 2, so I wasn't too stressed about that, so I just came out to have fun. And track was good to begin with, but it was a lot drier than yesterday, and it got really rough, and we just were blowing everything out. And I mean, it was choppy, it was rough, it was physical,